Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Good evening, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets have focused on the work, and they let the results follow. Kyrie Irving says it's a privilege to go out there and perform after you prepare with your brothers. So we just want to stay collectively aligned on the same goal. Hold each other accountable, be consistent, and have fun doing it. Kevin, I am
so glad we are teammates, DA. They are a fun team to watch. David, thank you. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Isaac and Carter are manning the post position. Markelle Fultz out there with Green, and it's Mullen in at the 3. And for the Nets, wing pairing, it's Harden and Harris. Then there's Irving. Then there's Maxwell, and it's Claxton in at the 4.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. The heart has taken and he now often looks for his teammates first. Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Here's Irving after Jonathan Isaac's bucket. Over Fultz. And he overshot that one, missing. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his making all that to defend. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Green. His last outing, he had 18 points. And then Carter with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Brooklyn has possession. The Magic getting the bucket. Here's Maxwell. He's a contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Hits it from three-point range. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Isaac. Rebound, Brooklyn. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, I think they took advantage of some sloppy.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues. And give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
Yeah, you gotta love seeing Isaac being able to finish through the contact. It's just a phenomenal job of hanging on to the ball while driving, despite the
Such a wide open look.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Magic have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Green with the basket on the assist by Isaac. And Greg, we're seeing some of the new wrinkles that players have added to their game.
No doubt. The work doesn't end when the season does. And if you're trying to improve your skills, or if you're trying to pack on good weight, that kind of stuff needs to get done during the offseason.
And it's sent back by Isaac.
Isaac using every bit of that 6'10" frame to send it back. I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Green. He's been a reliable scorer for him, as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Harden outside. Back to Irving. Over Fultz. Here's Claxton. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old school big. Carter Jr. knows how to keep defenders off balance.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Maxwell. Torrey Craig comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for James Harden. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
If you don't do your work early and push DeAndre Jordan a little bit out of his comfort range, look out.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss.
That's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Neto, covered by Anthony. A wide open look here for Craig. And the three off target. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And plenty of scoring on this team, but
coaches must be aggressive, to set the tone early in the game, and that kind of sets up all my teammates and sets the standard for the rest of the game and how I want the game to go.
Agreed. And for an NBA defense, few more scary, Greg, than Kyrie Irving with his foot on the gas.
Yeah, because he doesn't just score on you. When he gets in that mode, Irving can make you look silly.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Jordan. Brown out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Neto in at the one spot. That's the Nets 5. It looks like it's a coach challenge, a personal foul. There's a replay review by officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay reviews is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have to Greg to
This is what it's all about. You're getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Ross. Following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. By Bamba.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
And I love how versatile Terrence Ross is. That scores, rebounds, passes, and defends it.
And his athleticism is absolutely incredible. This guy can get up near the cup and can turn it on and score in a hurry.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Maxwell comes in for Jordan. And Nicholas Claxton subbed in for Neto. Bamba finds Ross. Back to Bamba. The three from Anthony. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And it's Brown missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Green dishes to Anthony. Ross against Irving. It's stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the net. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Agile play. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way. But Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from him. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to
Thank you for that portrait. Harris checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Irving. Here's Ross.
That is nice.
Yeah, Kevin, he's one of maybe two guys in the league who can finish on that kind of jam. Ross has so many dunks at his disposal.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. That's to Harden. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. Claxton.
Okay.
Back by Carter. Shoots from the elbow. Green, no luck. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Clearly a foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them too, with 88% from the line. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Harden, no good. Outside, Green. Isaac passes to Fultz. There's Green. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside. Working for him. It's a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, James, we know that scoring seems to come easy for you. How do you create that mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. I think that's what we're here for. And so, you know, guys just go out there, compete, have fun, and just play hard.
My family doesn't think it's all for the kids, but I appreciate your sentiment.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They did lead by as many as 7 points in the first period. Looking at the Nets, Kenny, give us your take.
The bench unit was an essential part of the puzzle in the first half.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Players after is efficiency in the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, Isaac and Carter manning the post position. Green is out there with Fultz, and it's Mullen in at the three. The small. Carter with his second chance point.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Nets with the lead. Harden outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stop the alley-oop. We all know that star players get a few more perks, but Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Yeah, that's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Anthony's checked in for Orlando. Fultz, no good. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul. Bamba checked in for Orlando. To the left wing. Here's Maxwell. No dice from 9 feet out.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Fultz kicks to Bamba. Out to Anthony. For the tie.
Okay.
Gets it to go.
Goal, Anthony.
Anthony's got a game tied up here for the Magic.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
No good from Irving.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
Oh, Bamba!
Well, Mo Bamba, no doubt.
Here's Irving. Opponents have had no luck trying to contain him. He's averaging a staggering 34 points a game. Ahead. And finished off by Fultz.
Markel
Well, they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Now Irving. And there's the pass to Harden. To end the run. Oh, good on that one. Excellent D there from Anthony. And Harden with such a high usage rate, Doris, it's incredible how efficient he is.
Guys, his percentages are fantastic for someone who has to take so many difficult shots. He's not at the finishing end of alley-oops, let's remember. This guy is not allowed clear lanes to the bucket. He gets the best defender night by night. This guy has to work for every look he gets.
The Nets making a switch here. Craig's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Irving kicks to Harris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Out to Anthony. Takes it inside.
Go,
And
Anthony!
Anthony with the jam.
Okay.
Big hops
Calm
from
down,
the
calm
backcourt.
down.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And maybe just what they need to get this NGA going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
From deep Harden.
No, look
If
at
the
my
defense
face.
lets him
No.
do this all night, you have to challenge his accuracy every time down the floor.
The 3 from Anthony. And again,
Go,
it's the
Anthony,
Magic from
okay.
3-point shooting since the half
Defense, no
has been
answer.
about as good as you could ask for.
Anthony against Irving.
One thing Irving's been doing more of, using his offhand in the lane to hit floaters, and even on jump shots.
This guy is so creative, so inventive. The ability to make last-second adjustments. And I mean that whether he's in the air off his feet or with his hands.
Okay.
His ability to keep defenders guessing is truly incredible.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Maxwell. Bruce Brown comes in for Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for James Harden. Deep Neto. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ross finds Green.
Boy, that's the last thing.
No, mais c'est quoi ça?
Those kinds of errors.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 6th.
Intercepted.
Oh, yun yung sinumpat kasi sumpas. Bravo.
5 assists in the game.
Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity and puts the pass on time and on target.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. We got DeAndre Jordan. Tory
No, mas nagpaharap oh, may kukumamim.
So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Anthony drives in.
Passing center. Carter Jr. with a solid find there that leads to a bucket.
And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as much as 10. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Anthony with the pass to Carter. And stolen by Jordan. Passes to Neto. Green against Irving. Back to Neto. He dishes it to Irving.
Mets ta défense sur le terrain.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Harris subbed in for Raul Neto. Fultz, he's checked in for the Magic. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with this.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Magic was saying to his team. He told his guys, tempo, more tempo. You got to be quicker into transition. Push the ball. Let's get some opportunities before their defense can
Il y a personne là-bas.
Thank you, David.
Oh.
See a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Maxwell is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And James Harden is subbed in for Brown.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Non, mais ce mec-là.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot. If he takes it,
No!
Deflects to the pass. Carter to the pass to Okiki. And to the inside. Harris. Yeah, pick up.
No.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
yeah, and one more stat that jumps out is their steal total. They have wreaked havoc on the defensive end.
Green inside the three-point line.
Okay.
Off the left rim and in. Green's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Just to Ross. There's the lob to Carter. And here we go. Harden heads to the hoop.
And you can't get bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Green.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. On its way from Irving for 2. Carter pulls it in.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
There's the drive. The offensive rebound. Pass to Okiki. Orlando moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by Harris. Okiki passes the...
What a huge sequence that could be.
Wow, a play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Markelle Fultz.
And he's playing this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Irving against Fultz. Irving with it. There's the lob to the... I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And with the couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as fast as possible. You may have time for a putback to tie it at
first, and that narrows the gap to 1.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over. But he gets it done.
And so the timeout here by Steve Nash.
Mo Bamba, I need
That will count. No! Good. Beyond the arc. What a shot. But they may take a second to look at it. Boy, that was close. And they're going to call for a review of that last second shot. If they overturn the basket, they get a chance to play the overtime period. Otherwise, this one is over.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
The officials have made their decision. The basket, as we thought, will count. It took a little while to check the replay, but they did, in fact, have it right. He got it off GA in time.
And they had it right the first time. It's always a smart move to double check. When it comes to the game-winning shot, you have got to go to replay.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Thank you for joining.